Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Nikita Antoine, and today we will be continuing our voyage as we follow the moon with the lunar framework session. So previously we found ourselves in the first quarter. It was the first quarter in Scorpio. Yeah, first quarter in Scorpio. And that the energy of the first quarter in Scorpio was wanting us to look at how someone else that may be doing something very similar to us, but they're doing it in a different way. And it was asking us to be open to a new way of doing things, especially if that person was receiving well, I guess a bit of success in their process and their method. It was kind of coming along with a little bit of an emotional trigger that was presenting a challenge for us. So it was like that challenge was needed to get over in order to take on this new, essentially this new method of doing things. So with all of that being said, we're now moving into the it's a gibbous moon in the sign of Sagittarius. So we're definitely picking up speed quite a bit. The snowball is absolutely rolling down that hill. And as we move forward towards the full moon, which is going to be in Pisces, I think it's on the, just quickly taking a look at my calendar. It's actually on the last day of August. So as we move towards that full moon, the gibbous moon is really, especially in the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius has a lot of forward momentum. So, and with the moon also showing us a lot of forward momentum, it's really impacting us in a way that we're going to start seeing a lot of development, and I want to say that it's probably due to. So that's actually really significant, because I was going to say that it probably had the development that we're seeing probably has a lot to do with us being able to take on that new method of doing things that was presented, that someone else was presenting to us. So the 2222, I don't know if that's how many twos it was, but that always talks about basically allowing ourselves to be open to receiving something that would essentially like propel us forward into that next level. So with the twos, there's always a bit of polarity that happens, and so it's kind of like, in order to receive the thing that you're looking for, it's got a little bit of a law of attraction in it as well. In order to receive the thing that you're looking for, you need to make sure that you are matching the vibration of what you're wanting to see. So 222 essentially reminds us that in order to receive what we're wanting to get, we have to kind of already be in the position to receive it. So whatever that emotional trigger was in the first quarter in Scorpio, it's like that challenge was preparing us to be able to receive what we're going to be seeing, the development that we're going to be seeing in this gibbous moon of Sagittarius. So it's like, now I'm seeing numbers a lot. I just saw 404, and like for me that's like, it means error. It's like a page, like a window page not being opened. So I want to say that's what's disappearing with this forward momentum that we're going to be experiencing this moon. So let's see. It's kind of like, if we don't choose to match that vibration, we 444, goodness, we might actually like receive an error. And so like, if you do find that you're kind of coming up to like like things might not be really like working out, or you're receiving an error. It's like go back and remember whatever was presented to you, and then move forward in that type of way. And with the 444, oh, okay, that's like things coming into. Fours are very manifestational. It's the four energy, so it's like it's something that's in it's instead of it being in an energetic, instead of a manifestation being in an energetic realm, it's like it's finally it's the creation of form. So okay, so that's just kind of like a reminder to us. It's funny that it's all coming through number synchronicities. Maybe perhaps I'll do a little video on numbers. I actually just opened up a download with one of my really I just opened up a download with one of my really lovely Sagittarian friends. They helped me unlock this download that I got about numbers. So perhaps maybe I'll share it to the channel. Okay, so let's see. That's what it is. It's like there's someone that has helped you unlock something, and like utilizing their process is really going to help bring in a lot of development here. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck for the Gibbous moon in Sagittarius, the underlining energy. This is lovely. This is so lovely. This was actually the underlining energy of that. So we're still kind of experiencing this level of noticing how other people do things in a different way. So it might you might be doing that's what it's talking about. It's like doing a very similar thing to what someone else is doing, but it's like the behind the scenes, the process of doing that is there's something in what another is doing, someone that feels very familiar to you. It's like you're very comfortable with them. So that's why this message is like it's coming through as like it's really easy to kind of for you to take hold of it, because it's coming through someone that is very familiar to you. And whatever that behind the scenes process that they do, you know, even in that previous moon reading, it was talking about how adding a sense of play to the work, to the manifestation, all of that was, it's like it was just, how do I explain this? It wasn't like work anymore, essentially. It was playful. It was very fun and explorative. That's all the Sagittarian energy. So it's coming up with the same idea of adding a sense of play in your exploration is going to bring about a lot of results and development that you might not have expected. Okay. So let's see how this is going to bridge us into the overall energy. So for the bridge, we have the white owl. This is really lovely because the white owl traditionally for me talks about learning. It talks about receiving some type of education that ultimately, essentially, you would graduate from. And it's this education that it's like you're receiving it from a friend of yours. Or even if you're on the other side of this, now this picture is starting to come in. It's like teaching someone something, teaching a friend a process, a new way of looking at things. Kind of like when I opened that download with Chloe, like we both were able to work together and really picking up something that it's like it's knowledge that is already previously there, especially with the Six of Cups. It's just needed to be developed and opened up, and it's like the energy of whatever is being learned, it's like it requires another individual to unlock it, whether you are the student or the teacher in this dynamic. What's really interesting is that it actually feels like it's going back. It's like it's going back and forth. So it's kind of like, what do they call that? Like brainstorming. It's like two people that are brainstorming the same idea together, and they're going back and forth on, okay, I've got this idea, let me teach it to you, then you learn it, and then once you receive that puzzle piece, and it's like you bring it back to them. It's like passing a ball back and forth. And even in doing that, even in the passing of the ball back and forth, that is actually adding a sense of play to this dynamic as well. Okay, so now let's see the overall energy for this gibbous moon in Sagittarius. Let's see. We have the Queen of Swords as the overall energy. Very interesting. The Queen of Swords is a highly intelligent person. It's She's someone that doesn't always necessarily speak about the things that she's knowledgeable about, but she has the ability to be able to watch things and learn. It's almost like an absorption of knowledge. So she acquires a lot of information through like visual observation. So that's what this is referring to. Even with this white owl. Okay, this is very interesting. This is very interesting because what I'm seeing here actually is whatever is happening in this playful development of you learning. It's like perhaps there are others that are around that are actually like you're influencing the way that other people are now viewing something, because it's like there's an observation, especially with the white owl. The white owl actually comes up as it's a very quiet energy. It's a quiet energy that just typically just observes. So it's as if whatever you're doing, whatever you're learning in this playful way is helping another person understand what's going on, what's being developed here. And they're learning as well. It's kind of, what's really interesting here is we often see like the adult as someone who teaches children. But what's happening here is that it's actually the children that are teaching a more authoritative figure something. It's like that whatever the information that is being gathered in this playful activity is actually teaching this Queen of Swords energy. And it's like she's gathering the knowledge, absorbing it, very interestingly, absorbing knowledge like how a kid would. Like, how kids absorb knowledge like a sponge? They absorb everything around them like a sponge. So it's very interesting that we're in this waning gibbet. Not waning gibbous. Is it a waning? No, it's not a waning. It's a waxing gibbous. In this gibbous, we are actually almost like taking on a more childlike approach to whatever process this is. And the result is that we are like learning so much. It's like creating a brain child with all this brainstorming. It's really lovely. So enjoy this gibbous in Sagittarius, and I will see you next time.